The next is the Bedrock dynamic architecture. In this hands-on session, we will build a dynamic architecture with Bedrock. We will route a request from the API gateway through the Lambda to Bedrock. By storing the model ID in the AWS AppConfig as the future flag, we can switch the model in use simply by changing the flag. We will use the three models named fast, cheap, and open. So let's start working in the console. So I will do the actual work from the Cloud shell. I will create the resources and send the request from the Cloud shell and later. I will use the AppConfig and the Lambda and the API gateway console pages to check each configuration. So going back to the Cloud shell. First, let's work in the Cloud shell. Firstly, I want to check the latest model. So I will paste the code as is this, and this lists the inference profile currency spots on the Bedrock for the Anthropic, the Hike, and the Amazon Nova micro family, and the metas the Llama. Click on Enter. Then from these, I will store the model using the variable. So I'm going to paste the export the Claude model and the Nova model and the Llama model. I will use the Claude Haiku, the 4.5 this time, and the Amazon Nova, I will select the Nova Micro, the version 1, and for Llama, I will store in the Llama model, and click on the Enter. Okay, so next, let's set up the AppConfig. Now I'm currently using the North Virginia, the US 1 region. So I'll store the US East 1 in the region for the variable and press Enter. And then when creating the AppConfig, we set up the application, environment, and the future flag. And first, I will run the copy paste the command the AWS the AppConfig create application with the region the US East 1 to create an application. The name the Bedrock router and the store its ID. So press Enter. Okay, the next I will go to the AppConfig page to check whether the application we just created. The scrolling down to the AppConfig, and then you can find the Bedrock router is successfully created. Okay, and we will create the future flag and the environment later. And back in the Cloud shell, the next I will create the environment, named with the development, the AWS AppConfig create environment command, and press Enter and store the env ID. And going back to the AppConfig page and clicking on the environment, and you can see that environment has been created right away. So let's set up the future flag back in the Cloud shell. First, I will create the configuration profile with the AWS AppConfig creates a configuration profile. Okay, and store it in the profile ID and press Enter. Okay, so next we will create the future flag, and this is something what the JSON. Okay, because we define the three model in it, the JSON holds the three feature flag, the fast, cheap, and open, and we set the actual model ID inside it. So I will save this as the JSON file, press enter, and then create the future flag with 3 model. With the command AWS AppConfig creates the host configuration version, then we can create the configuration and the future flag. And going back to the Bedrock router and open the configuration profile and the future flag, and you can see the model router here, and clicking on here, and inside in it you can see the cheap, the fast, the open model, the open the cheap, for example. You can see the model attribute here, and the fast, you can see the Anthropic Cloud Haiku, and on the same way open the US Meta Llama. By simply switching the attribute inside, we can change the model like the variable without redeploying the code. So now let's deploy the model router future flag. And you can deploy from the console to here, but I will run the deployment from the Cloud Shell with the command. I'm going to paste the command, the AWS AppConfig start deployment, and press the enter. And the deployment itself should complete right away. Okay. And in case check the content future flag. Okay, now that complete the AppConfig setups, the next let's create the lambdas function. I will go to the lambda page and click on the create function. Okay, and I will name the function name this time the Bedrock the router, and set the runtime with the Python, the latest version, and I will configure the IAM execution role later. So for now, I will just click on the create function. The lambda function should be created right away. Now let's set up the code and the configuration for the Bedrock router, the lambda function. The first, I will deploy the code. In the code tab, I will copy and paste the lambda function. Okay. It is the somewhat long piece of code, but the main part is the definition, the lambda handler function is inside. The lambda handler function here is the retrieve the future flags as an external variable. As I explained earlier, it fetches the 3 model ID, and the prompt, and that is the question comes in as input from the API gateway. We will set up later, and the function simply routes it to one of the 3 model ID to the specified in AppConfig. Okay, clicking on the deploy, and the deployment should also complete the right way. And the next, I will configuration click on the configuration tab, and for the general configuration, click on edit. The default timeout is 3 seconds, and which is a bit short, so I just to be safe. Okay, it's to the longer value around the 30 seconds, and click the save. Now, so that this lambda function can invoke the Bedrock model, I will click on the permission tab and configure the default IAM role, execution role. I'm going to click on this role and then going to the IAM roles page. to the basic Lambda execution role that's set by default, I will add the inline policy, clicking on the JSON, and paste the policy directory as JSON, and this as the action for the invoking the Bedrock model, and it also grants a read permission for the AppConfig. Okay, clicking on the next, and give it a name something like the sample policy, and clicking on the create policy. Okay, once the policy is created, going back to the Lambda function page again, and next is the set the variable environment variable. Clicking on the edit, and choose on the add environment variable. I will set the IDs of the AppConfig resources we created earlier, and which hold the future flag, the cheap and fast and open. And going back to the cloud shell, and get the AppConfig ID with the echo command. Okay, and you can find the IDs here, and I'm going to copy and paste to the Lambda's configuration page. Okay, going back to the Lambda's configurations page to the environment variable, I pasted the 3 IDs, and clicking on the save. So I will call the test tab to check whether everything we've configured so far works. I will create the new event, and enter the simple prompt in the event JSON. I will specify the cheap model, and the prompt like please introduce yourself in 3 lines, and clicking on the test. So open the detail. If this succeeds, it means the IAM configuration for the Lambda function is working. It can access the Bedrock, and the response come back. So the for chain is succeeded. And in response, you can find please introduce yourself in the 3 lines, and we can get the hi there, I'm the AI here to assist and provide the information. Okay, let's confirm the Lambda, IAM, and the Bedrock are connected. So next, let's set up the API gateway. I will go to the API gateway page and create an HTTP API, and click on the build. So at this time, I will name the API with the Bedrock router API, and choose the IPv4, and clicking on the add integration. Since we are integrating this API gateway is with the Lambda function, choose Lambda function, and for US East 1, choose the Bedrock router we just created, and clicking on the next. And under the roots, I will set the method with the get and the resource path to / and chat. And for the integration target, I will again specify the Lambda function Bedrock router we created, and clicking on the next. And I will leave the stage at the default with the auto deploy checked, and click on the next, and then clicking on the create. So within a few seconds, the API gateway is created, and since we enabled the auto deploy, the both creation and the deploy should be complete. And going to the API and copy the invoke URL of the Bedrock router API we just created, and run the prompt against this endpoint. The next, back in the Cloud shell, okay, and I will store the API endpoint I just copied in the variable called the API URL, and we'll send the prompt to this API URL and endpoint with the /chat appended. Okay, so for the prompt, I will use the call command, the directory. I'm going to copy and paste the command directory here. The first, I will send the question to the first model on this endpoint, something like what is the generative AI in 3 lines? Okay, press enter. So soon the response comes back right away, like this. So, and in the same way, we let's run the more prompt, the first model, cheap model, and the open model. I'm going to paste the prompt. Okay, if the key is not specified, the default first model is selected, and if an invalid key is given, and the error handling kicks in, and error is returned. So we can confirm the model selection and the prompt both come back in the response, meaning the routing through the API gateway, Lambda function, and the Bedrock is all connected. Then finally, let's update the AppConfig. The benefit of using the AppConfig is that we've defined 3 models as a future flag, and each flag holds the model ID. And by simply changing the future flag, we can change the model without redeploying the Lambda function. The existing Lambda function stays as is, and only the variable changes. That's the advantage of the AppConfig. So, just like the JSON we defined at the start, I will define the JSON file. I will pass the paste the command with the future flag, the Cloud, Nova, the Llama, the model as argument, as the variables and the C, N, and L, and shuffle the model. Okay, by changing the flag, I'll save this and the JSON and configure the AppConfig again. Okay. The AWS AppConfig created the host configuration version, and the next commands the AppConfig start deployment to deploy this changement, and press the enter. So going back to the AppConfig's model router, click on the version history. You can find the version 2 is deployed successfully. And once the deployment is complete, just to confirm I will run the call command with the model, the equal first, and this time the first model should have the switch to the Nova model. Okay, you can see that the first model has switched to the Nova macro like this. So without redeploying the Lambda, just by changing the AppConfig settings, the model routing switches. Okay, then that concludes the hands-on session on the dynamic routing. So I will delete the AppConfig, Lambda, and API gateway resources we created all together, and I will delete them directly with the command.